Okay. Good morning, children. Today, let us will see the history's first lesson, the nationalism in Europe. Okay. Before going to start this lesson, dear children, please try to understand the nationalism in Europe. So, first one you see the definition of the nationalism. If you understand the definition of the nationalism, it will help you to understand the whole lesson. Okay, whole lesson. Now let us see what is the meaning of the nationalism. Okay, so see, the nationalism refers to the feelings of oneness and common consciousness. So here two words you have to remember. First one is oneness and second one is common consciousness. So first one you see oneness. Oneness means the fact or state of being one in a number. Okay, one in a number. And second one is common consciousness. Common consciousness means a group or the society commonly shared fundamental beliefs and customs and norms and values. Okay, norms and values. For example, see, India, we have 29 states and 7 union territories. So but we are considering in a one number. One number means we are Indians. Okay. So when this feeling will start in the people, automatically the peoples will start to follow the nationalism. So what was happened in the European continent? So the nationalism refers to the feelings of oneness and common consciousness that emerge when people living in a common territories. Okay, when people living in a common territories. Common territories means and geographical area. So commonly we are calling a country. See, share the same historical, political and cultural background. Okay, so in that geographical area, the peoples are sharing the same historical, political and cultural background. Okay, cultural background. So in that area, the peoples may speak the different languages, and these people, they are loving for their nation. Okay, they are loving for their nation. So this concept we called as a nationalism. Okay, so hope you understand the nationalism. If you understand the nationalism means easily you can understand this lesson. So now let us will start this lesson. So this lesson will start with the French artist views. Okay, so who was that French artist? Frederic Seurat. Okay, so this Frederic Seurat in the year 1848 he prepared a 4 series of the prints in the year 1848. Okay, 1848. See, in the year 1848, the Frederic Seurat prepared the 4 series of the prints. These 4 series of the prints visualizing his dream of the world, which was made up with the democratic and social republic. This word is most important. Okay, so his views was made up with the democratic and social republic. Okay, social republic. So among that 4 prints, so first print was shows that the European people and Americans American people, the entire Europeans, Americans, men and women, men and women and all the children and all the social classes, they were marching in a long queue, and they were offering the homages to the Statue of Liberty by passing it. So here once again, children, just you would recall the previous year first lesson. So that is French Revolution. So in that French Revolution, you learn about the French artists. So how the French artists were influenced on the society, how they were influenced on the French Revolution. So these French artists were personified the liberty as a female figure. Okay, female figure. So now you can see that picture. Okay, so you can see that liberty statue in your picture. Okay, in your textbook. See, now you can, okay, now you can recognize or you can identify in that image. See, you can easily recognize the torch enlightenment, see, bearing in one hand, and see the charter act of man holding in another hand. So this picture you can see in your textbook. So that Liberty statue, she has bearing torch enlightenment in one hand, and another hand she was holding the charter of the man in another hand. Okay, another hand. So once again you look at your textbook and that image. So just once you see on the earth, or on the earth in the images. Okay, on the earth in the images. So just that was symbolizing the absolute rights or absolute institutions. Okay, so here this is the most important definition, absolutist institution. So what was the absolutist institution? Absolutist institutions means the legal institutions which were established by the monarchies before the 19th century in Europe continent. Okay, Europe continent. So now let us see the Frederick Soros utopian vision. According to the Frederick Soros utopian vision, the people of the world were the people of the world grouped distinct nations. So they were identified through their flags and through their nation customs. Okay, nation customs. So here these two words you have to remember: absolutist institution and Soros utopian vision. Soros utopian vision means the peoples were grouped as a distinct nation and they were identified through their flags and through their national customs. Okay, national customs. So this process, okay, so what was shown in this picture, that process was led by the America and Switzerland. Okay, Switzerland. These two countries you have to remember who were led this process. The America and Switzerland were led this process in Europe continent. Okay, Europe continent. And later the America and Switzerland was also followed by the France. Okay, so you know already about the French Revolution, about the France people. Before this, the French peoples were given the equality concept to the entire world, especially on the Europe countries. Okay, Europe countries. So these French peoples were identified. These French peoples were identifiable revolutionary tricolor flags during the 18th century. And later the France was followed by the Germanians. Okay, so these Germanians were also holding the flags which was made with the tricolors. For example, red, gold and black colors. So interestingly, when the Germanians were Germanians were following this process in the Europe continent, that time this Frederick Soros was not created the image, or he was not prepared the print. Okay, not prepared the print. And later these Germanians, okay, these Germanians were hope in the year 1848 to unify the entire Germany speaking peoples in the European continent. Okay, before 1848 the Germany peoples were spreaded all over the Europe continent. Okay, so after the 1848 these Germanians, okay, these Germanians were hope to unite or unify the entire Germany speaking peoples in unite or in one nation or in one geographical area. So later this Germany was followed by the Austria and two kingdom of Silesia, Austria, Hungary, Russia, England and Ireland. Okay, England and Ireland. So now children, just once you look at your picture above the scene. Okay, above the scene. So above that picture they were shown that Christ, saint and angel. So these pictures had been used by the artists to show the fraternity of their country. Okay, fraternity of their country. Hope you understand about the image of the Frederick Soros. So how he was expressed, how he was visualized the world with his dream. Okay, with his dream. So how he was visualized the world with the democratic and social republic. Okay, social republic. So now come to the point. So the first picture of the Frederick Soros will deal with the so many issues, okay, so many issues of the Europeans before the 19th century, okay, before the 19th century, okay, 19th century. So during the 19th century, the entire Europe was swept by the nationalism concept, okay, nationalism concept. This nationalism was swept the multinational dynasty kingdom during the 19th century, okay, during the 19th century. So that time the nation state concept was arised among the European peoples, but before this nation state, the France was already following the nation state in Europe continent, okay, Europe continent. But in the 19th century, what happened? The nationalism awareness was spreaded all over the Europe, and they were started to follow the nation state, okay, nation state. So nation state means, see, the sense of common identity and shared history and struggle. So these three features would help to the European peoples to start the nation state in their countries. For example, you see, the sense of common identity and shared history and struggle. So take India example, the sense of common identity. So what was the common identity during the Britishers time, and what is the common identity nowadays? So all are Indians. So we are telling no, all are Indians. This is the common identity. And shared history, okay, shared history. All the Indian peoples, irrespective of their states, they are following their own history, okay, own history. And the struggle. So before the independent, okay, the Indians, our ancestors, were struggling to get the freedom for the nation. So these three major features would help to the Europeans to start the nation state, okay, nation state. So now let us see what is the modern state. So modern state means nothing but the modern states are following by the sovereign countries, okay, all the peoples are living in one union, one territories, okay, one territory. So dear children, tomorrow we will see the lesson with French Revolution. So tomorrow we will start the French Revolution.